Vic Mensa checking in, Foresight TV, Black Star Line Festival, January 6th. From the rack to the act, you hear me?
All right, Charlie Vic, welcome to Ghana, man.
I appreciate that.
Right?
No, second time.
Okay,
no,
the second time that we know about, maybe, because
this may be my sixth time,
Really?
seventh time,
Really?
maybe. Seventh
Okay,
time.
no. I think I'm doing the calculation with Chance. You know, Chance came with you the first.
Yeah,
And this would be
so
the
I
second
brought
one.
him in
Exactly,
January, and then but then we came back together also in July, and now.
Okay, so this would be the third one.
Yes,
For you and him, but you have been here like
I've been
over
coming
and
since
over
I was
and
a
over
kid,
again,
but
over and over again.
with him, it's the third time
Great,
that
great,
we've been
great.
here together.
Charlie, so how's Ghana? I know you've been coming over the years, but things have evolved.
Yeah.
The music is great. The food is amazing. The culture is changing.
Yes.
Which part of it makes a lot of sense to you now?
I think just the growth in Ghana seems exponential right now. It's like a rapid upward trajectory, even from, my childhood to the music that was popular then.
Exactly.
Like Yefi Trouble de Kapatata Chini Chini Veko Kumasijo. Veko, what you say? Yefi Trouble de Kapatata Chini Chini Veko Kumasijo Veko di Congress. But that was the music when I was a kid.
Yes.
You know what I mean? From that point to Black Sharif.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like
a huge gap. It's a huge.
You know what I mean? And Amare and like, you know what I mean?
Great,
It's
great.
like exponential growth because in America at that same time, the music when I was a kid was Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? So it's like and obviously historically, with the high life music and much of the foundational building blocks of Ghanaian music, you know what I mean? There's beautiful history and culture, but as far as like the current moment and pop culture, you know what I mean? Everything is moving fast and it's growing
So
fast and just improving fast.
But quick one. I want us to jump into our interview proper. Why Ghana? Even though for the festival, for the Black
for the Black Star Line Festival.
Ghana?
Ghana is the gateway to the continent,
Right.
And
Continent Africa.
the continent of Africa, and has been that from
Right.
its inception as the first nation in sub-Saharan Africa to achieve independence. And just knowing that Dr. Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King were present for that, and Maya Angelou was here in the early days of the nation, and Malcolm X was here in the early days of the nation, up to the present with the Year of Return and beyond the Year of Return.
Huge.
Shout out to Ivy Prosper from the Year of Return that's always taking care of us. Even Ghana being a place where Black Americans can come and get citizenship, you know what I mean?
Easy.
So Ghana has positioned itself from its birth as the bridge for global blackness, you know what I mean? And what's been stolen from the American black population is their connection to any type of ancestry, roots, or culture in that way. And Ghana has positioned itself to say, hey, we accept you. And so our whole mission with the Black Star Line Festival is to be building the bridges that can reunite and heal the broken bonds.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And Ghana is the perfect place for that.
Exactly. Ghana is definitely the perfect place for that. All right, so Vic Mensa in the building. We're going for a quick commercial break. Stick and stay. I'll be right back. Now, you definitely have connections with most of the artists out there.
Yeah.
The main question is why Chance the rapper? What's the connection? Why the two of you?
Yeah, so Chance is, my best friend from childhood. It's like we grew up together. We really started rapping together in a lot of ways. Some of our first
Is he also
sessions.
vocal for Redra?
No. But some of our first music sessions when we were 14 years old were together. And, and as brothers, it's like we've had a storied relationship, you know what I mean? And there's times that we've split apart and, times that we've been really locked in. I think now after bringing him to Ghana in January and really introducing him, to this world, our relationship is really closer than it's ever been. And I had the concept to do this festival when I was in South Africa. After leaving Ghana, and I was out there.
South Africa.
Yes, I was in South Africa, and I had the idea because I was just realizing that as black artists, we perform in Europe 10 times over. You know, we don't just perform in London, we go to Leeds and Liverpool. We don't just go to Berlin, we go to Dusseldorf, Amsterdam, but also Oslo. You know, it's like we're learning places for the first time that we've never even heard of, because this is the circuit for touring. We also tour Australia extensively. You know, these different things are like almost a rite of passage for a young artist. When you first have a mixtape that catches attention, you go on these circuits through Europe and around the world, but you don't come and perform in Africa, you know, as a black musician. You know,
why is that though?
I believe that's because there are many manufactured divisions between us. There are many misunderstandings between black Americans and Africans, and we hold misconceptions of each other, not to mention the infrastructure for touring within Africa, not to mention the conversion rates. You know what I mean? Which is all parts of capitalism and colonialism and exploitation. You know what I mean? It's all a part of it. And so the intention in creating this Black Starline Festival is to go around all of those divisions between us and to cross that ocean of divide and promote collaboration between us, because that's, in my vision, that's really the solution or the way towards both of us, both of our populations, global blackness, not just both of us, but all of us, you know what I mean? Globally black people overcoming the things that are currently tying us down.
Exactly. So we're talking about the Black Star Line Festival. Now, my main, one of the things that came up in my mind when you were talking about the misconceptions and all of those things was like the most paramount misconception that, you know, African Americans out there, not just in the Americas, have it at the back of their mind that literally inhibits them from coming, you know, to Africa.
I think it's the same in both directions, and that's that we've been taught to fear each other, you know, in the same ways that we've been taught to fear ourselves. I never you know, as American people, what you are presented about Africa is poverty and war.
Exactly.
And
true.
Much of what African people are often telling me they're presented about black Americans is violence, war. You know what I mean? It's like, it's something to be
in the bush, we're still monkeys.
It's something to be afraid of. So black people may think, because of UNICEF commercials and a lack of education about Africa, that you know, people aren't out here like
extremely impoverished
doing things like this. Crazy you know stuff. What I mean? Like high level art, high level fashion and television and culture, you know what I mean? And then Africans may think that, you know, black Americans are, you know, just a very violent people, and you know what I mean, something to be feared. And so at the end of the day, what we are working to do is to dispel that fear and promote our collaboration, us working together, building businesses. Like, so even when in July, I brought a group of 10 high school kids from Chicago, black kids, to Ghana, you know what I mean? And we had them meet with Free the Youth in the fashion industry, my friend Kuku in the film industry, and go to Jubilee House and meet people in the offices of the presidency.
Big was with the president, though. Big moves, baby.
You already know.
Nice.
And so when we did that, that's because if I'm really just now, since 2020, you know, taking seriously the immense privilege and potential that I have as someone from both of these worlds, from Africa and from Black America, you know, and I'm starting to build, you know, big, brilliant things in only a few years. What does it look like when you got a 17-year-old kid who came here right before they even went to university and made relationships? Like, what do they do in 5 years or 10 years by the time they're my age? You know what I mean?
Great. Great.
It's your boy Big Mensa. We back in the building, rocking with Foresight TV. We're here at the University of Ghana right now, meeting with senior staff about some Black Star Line Festival academic activations in collaboration with the University of Ghana.
Quick one, yeah? Run us through the process, the Black Star Line Festival so far. First, how did the name come about?
Yeah.
How many team, what does the team consist of?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, just take me through it.
Yeah, we really started putting the team together before we even had the name. And so there's a couple guys on our side. A guy named Mike Abrantier, he's a Ghanaian, also Chicago. One of our guys whose name is Duimo, he's Ghanaian, Chicago, has a tequila brand called John Basil Tequila. A sister named Denisha, who we were introduced to by Larry Osei. He's a brilliant art curator, Ghanaian, like just high, fine art. And so the team is all Ghanaians, you know what I mean?
Who are based there? Do you have some indigenous ones?
Then we have my management, Mauli, who's really been handling a lot of things on the ground for us, and he's really just takes care of so much. I think he coordinated with you guys. So Manifest is my cousin, and so his management team is like has come on to help me, and so they're playing a big role in this. We're working with Alvin from BBNZ and a lot of the guys from the BBNZ team. Brilliant. So really the entire team is all Ghanaians. A few of us are Ghanaian Americans.
Exactly.
And then Chance and some of Chance's production partners. Okay. You know what I mean? Okay. But the thing is, it's like it was very important to us to have a primarily Ghanaian team and to be communicating and collaborating with people that are currently producing festivals here. Exactly. And just, you know, peeping the landscape that, you know, some other companies and festivals have come in and, you know, maybe people have felt like toes were stepped on, you know, and the way we want to do it is just like very respectfully and collaboratively. And at the end of the day, we're not looking to take space from anyone. We want to collaborate and create, you know, and bring resources in. That's also another thing, is like we don't want to just follow the same narrative of people coming to extract from Africa, to take and leave. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, my whole family is still here for good. So it's like I can't just get up and go. And so something that we're also tying into this festival is providing clean water. And that ties into the name. So the Black Star Line is Marcus Garvey's shipping company that connected America to Africa. And so Black Star Line was the name of Marcus Garvey's line. And so that's where the name comes from, and also the intention of building some clean water. So we've already started. My father has an organization that he just minted. We just built a water hole in the Zongo and Koforidja.
So how was it like working with Quincy Arthur?
Yo, Quincy Arthur is super dope, man. I love Quincy's music, man. He's just like, you know, he's very, very natural, you know? And I think he brings a level of originality and relatability to the game. And so when we did this song, he already had the beat and the hook, I think, you know? And so I came in there, you know, they had a studio set up in an apartment, in a condo. So I came in there, I was just taking my time, you know what I mean? Just writing my verse and spazzed out. That was it, you know. Super hit. We did the video a couple days later or something like that. But actually it was one of the guys from the Black Star Line team, Mike Abrantier, who connected me with Quincy Arthur's management, Ralph, you know. He got a super cool team. They just humble. They humble dudes, you know what I mean?
They're cool dudes coming up, you know?
Yeah, they humble dudes. I mean, people fucking love them.
Yeah. It's the time. The youngies love it.
Yeah.
Millennials love it. But hey, you've done music here in Ghana. You've done music in Americas. What's different? What do you think we can improve? You know,
different. I don't think anything's different about making music. You know,
really
versus
probably production wise, I guess. Production wise or something.
I don't know. You know, these days it's like the production is just of a high level. So it's like, you know, the the beat for this song or the beat for the song with Sarko there is like, it could be.
Give me the vibe. Give me that. Give me the one with Sarko.
It could really be like a beat for someone here, or it could be a beat for Drake, or, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Anybody, you know?
I get it now. But what if we're talking about quality?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like the quality of the production is like very high. Even like this song with King Promise. You know what I mean? The joint we just did with Promise. I thought that was so ill because we came in the studio and we weren't even really intending on making music. You know, it was like we've been doing something else completely. And I think like Chance was mad tired. He was like, man, I'm like, dude, I've been telling Promise we're coming to the studio. Just come to the studio. He's like, all right, but I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But we get there, and so they're playing this. I think it was a Guilty Beats track, and it's just this guitar, and it's like it's completely different from what you.
This is blowing your mind.
So different from what you thought you were gonna walk into. Exactly. You know, to the point where it's like. It was so dope that I just started writing mine. I just started working on my stuff, and by the time I started writing it, and I had something dope, then Chance was like, well, now I gotta, you know what I mean? Now I have to. But it was like, because the production was really of a level, you know what I mean?
What do you think Foresight can be doing for that event, though?
We would love collaboration with y'all on the promotion of the event, man. You know what I mean? As we put together like some content, like even the content that you guys have playing right here, like this is so fresh.
Dope.
You know what I mean? Like it's so fresh. I haven't been able to stop watching it, even though it's the same thing that I'm looking at the whole time.
Very
but
refreshing.
Yeah, just the way the colors are moving and the you know.
What's your general impression about Foresight, though?
Let me chip this in. Let me chip this in. Foresight TV is partnering us already for all our pop-up shows before the main event.
Yeah.
So we are yet to get into contract with. There are going to be pop-up events before the main event.
Great.
So many on campuses and other regions, every part of Ghana. It's an African thing we are doing, the Black Star Festival. It's not just the Ghana Fed. We invited everybody from every part of the world.
Right.
And Foresight is partnering us. Yeah, we're with Foresight in every step of our journey.
What's your general impression about Foresight?
It's fresh. From the moment I came in and I saw all the screens constructed with the black bars around them, I just thought, hey, this is
big shouts to Iggy. Legendary. He's my godfather, though. He made me what I am today. I always say it everywhere I go. All right, so Vic Mensa is about to give us a freestyle. Black Star Line Festival.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that, but
you know, there's a lot of people, a lot of love to be shown, though. And there's a beat maker here, though, Smokey Beats. You get some beats. For the first time, you go get one of the world's biggest artists to feature on your beat. You go pay. You go pay $1.
what about that last one? What was it? That was your beat too? Play that last one. Let me hear that.
Smokey beat, let's go.
Zongo boy from the rack, came from the slum with the roaches and rats. Got gold on my neck and my rollie is platinum. I live in a home full of plaques. I'm in Kafurju, I smoking Kafurju with flowers, she blowing me back. Africa, now we united, culture we lit, now we ignited, I'm gone.
Vic Mensa checking in, Foresight TV, Black Star Line Festival, January 6th. From the rack to the act, you hear me?